History is never told by a single voice. Every era has its own forces and legends. Amidst hundreds of conflicting accounts, we bring you the most mysterious and powerful version. Look closely at the map, for the gates of the past are about to open. In the heart of the harsh Syrian desert, a legendary oasis of towering marble columns used to loom behind the fog of decades. The Arabs called it Tadmor since time immemorial, while the Romans named it Palmyra. This city was not a direct Roman colony, but rather an independent sovereign state, bound to Rome by a truce and a defensive alliance against Persian attacks. In this free oasis, the heroine of our story, Zenobia, was born. She possessed a captivating Eastern beauty and sharp, dark eyes. Yet, far more vital than her beauty was her brilliant mind. She rejected the traditional constraints on women, masterfully learning the ancient world languages, speaking Greek, Latin, and Egyptian fluently. She delved deep into philosophy and became a fearless warrior who rode stallions bareback, catching the eye of the ruler. This ruler was the brave king Odenathus, who led Palmyra's armies alone, achieving legendary military glory. He crushed the fierce Persian Empire, which Rome itself failed to confront, defeating them in major battles. So the Romans gratefully granted him the title Corrector of the East. After this triumph, Zenobia caught his attention. Since she belonged to an ancient, highly prestigious family within the tribe, and he was an eminent leader, their marriage served a clear political goal, turning into a powerful strategic alliance to unify Arab influence. She accompanied him to provide political support, training her body for the harshness of warfare. But in 267 AD, the king was brutally assassinated, with his eldest son in a dark conspiracy. The empire of Palmyra shook to its core, and the Romans thought it a golden chance to seize total control, miscalculating the queen left behind. As soon as her husband's blood dried, the Romans moved swiftly to enforce direct rule over the oasis, refusing to recognize the right of her young son, Vabalithus, to rule the east, aiming to appoint a puppet Roman governor. Here, Zenobia realized that if these outsiders seized the throne, they would surely execute her and her son to end her lineage. Thus, she boldly declared herself a regent against Rome's will, to protect her family. Knowing the Romans would strike back, she employed swift, shocking military tactics. She did not wait to be attacked, but launched preemptive strikes using heavy armored cavalry, known for their devastating speed. Leading them herself, she conquered the Levant, expanding into Damascus, Antioch, and Jerusalem, cutting Roman supply lines. She marched north to capture Ankara, birthing a powerful, independent empire that openly defied the fierce Roman armies. To protect her newborn empire, had to strike Rome at its vital heart. So she invaded Egypt, the primary grain source and economic lifeline of the Roman legions. Here, her extraordinary cunning shined. She did not fight with weapons alone, but waged the greatest psychological warfare of antiquity. Entering Alexandria, she announced to the Egyptian people that she was the rightful descendant of their legendary queen, Cleopatra, arriving to liberate the throne of her ancestors, turning the people into willing allies without bloodshed. On the battlefield, she crushed Roman legions using a brilliant tactical retreat. Her cavalry feigned defeat, fleeing deep into the sands, drawing the heavy-armored Roman infantry behind them. Once thirst and the scorching sun exhausted the enemy, she turned around and annihilated them. This daring economic defiance drove a fierce Roman emperor, Aurelian, to march east himself to crush the rebellion and reclaim Egypt's grain. The battles were ferocious, staining the sands of Antioch and Emesa with blood. The soldiers of Palmyra fought with legendary valor, but the iron discipline and overwhelming numbers of Rome decided the war. The capital fell, and the queen was captured while trying to seek Persian aid. In Rome, a terrifying triumphal procession was held. Zenobia marched through the streets amidst jeering crowds, wearing her royal jewels, yet bound in chains of solid gold. Even in their moment of victory, The Romans feared her towering pride so deeply that they did not dare bind her with cheap iron, treating her like a defeated deity whose spirit could never be truly broken by their empire. After this grand procession, chroniclers split on the ultimate fate of this magnificent woman. One tragic tale claims that Zenobia's pride prevented her from living in humiliation, so she refused all food and starved to death in captivity, refusing to live under any skies but her homelands. Another account reveals her exceptional survival skills, claiming Emperor Aurelian was charmed by her intellect and pardoned her, granting her a luxurious villa in Tivoli, near Rome, where she lived as a respected philosopher and married a noble Roman senator. Yet, whatever the true end was, Zenobia was never a passing shadow, but became an immortal idea, and ideas never die. She will forever remain the warrior queen who tamed Roman rulers, her name echoing through world history as the Empress of the East and a symbol of power and wit.